Hey guys, this is RuRoniK95 here, and welcome to the 2022 edition of my DVD and Blu Ray Collection library video series. So today we're going to be taking a look at something that I haven't thought of doing one before, which I should have done until now, because we're going to be taking a look at the pilot films depicted here, because I have ones especially in television series as well as cartoons. There's some anime on here, which I haven't thought of doing one before, which I should have done until now. Despite that I have been doing a lot of my previous videos that I have been doing in the past as well. This is going to take the cake on here because New Year's Eve is in 4 more days. One Saturday comes, just in case you're wondering as well. So, without any further ado, which is right here, right now, let's dive right into this. Today, on the Physical Media Video Library series. Welcome back. Alright, so today we're going to be doing a video like this one here, particularly as the one I have right here, and this is going to be getting closer to, I believe it was my 2023 edition of my DVD and Blu Ray Collection library video series, because, well, why not? Because I haven't thought of doing a video like this one that I haven't thought of doing one before, which I should have done, particularly as well. Which I haven't thought of one, which I forgot to do one yesterday until now. So, the first one here I'm going to start off with are particularly the pilot movies that were depicted in the media I have right here. So the first one here I'm going to start off with are these ones. Yeah, especially the ones like I'm going to do for pilot films, because I have some that are depicted in TV series as well as some cartoons. But there's also some anime I have right here, especially the ones here that I have recently picked from my anime collection, just to get a little head starters up for that in this video as well. Yeah, because this is the thing of how I wanted to come by for that as well. And yeah, that's of how, pretty much of how, what else is something new about that, from what I'm saying about as well. Yeah, that's how I wanted to come across for this particular accordingly as well. So, yeah, let's, what we have for this, for what's in store for this one as well. Yeah, that's the thing though, of how I wanted to come by for this as well. So without any further ado, which is right here and right now, let's dive into the pilot movies that were depicted in, like, I believe it was like in TV shows, cartoons, and there's some anime I have right here as well. Okay, so let's begin here. So the first one here I have what I got on DVD, and I think this is the one that I have right here as well, accordingly as how I can understand for the fact as well. And I think this is the one particularly of how I wanted to come across for this accordingly as well. And yep, this is the one that I have here on DVD, and that is Kung Fu: The Complete First Season. Even though I've already done my DVD review on this a while back, if you have never seen it, go check it out if you want as well, particularly if you ever want it. Feel free to check it out at your leisure at this point as well. So, yeah. And this has particularly, it's gotten to a point as well where I felt like it's how it's been commonly known for this accordingly as well. in case you're wondering of how, from what my whereabouts as well, particularly of how I wanted to show you what this has. However, this one particularly has the pilot movie on here, which I'm thinking that's probably in disc 1 of this particular series, like this one as well. However, there was a standalone DVD release, I don't know if you could track that down on Amazon or eBay. Although I do have it on VHS, though. Yeah, because I wonder if I can do like a VHS and a blue DVD comparison on Kung Fu Pilot between this DVD and the VHS. I'll probably do that at some point, in case you're wondering why as well, if I can come across for this as well. So, another DVD that I have right here that I also got as well, but this is what I got from my superhero section, where a bunch of all my other DVDs that I have right there, in case you're wondering, as well, of how I could come across here, just to get your little head starters on that as well. And I think this is the one that I have on DVD that I always have as always, and that is the complete first season of The Incredible Hulk on DVD. Yeah, I got this a while back at Half Price Books, which if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. This one particularly has some of the DVDs on here. These ones have some of the bonus features on here, which I think this includes the Incredible Hulk episode commentary by writer, director, and producer Kenneth Johnson, which I'm thinking this has this one as well. And this also has another pilot episode, which I think that would be Death in the Family, included on here. And this has a bonus episode, Stop the Presses, from Season 2 of the Incredible Hulk series on here. However, for the pilot episode films, however, like, for example, like the Incredible Hulk Return pilot and Death in the Family, also known as The Return of the Incredible Hulk, those are these first two pilot episodes on here, in case you're wondering as well of how I could come across for this. However, this is also available in a complete series set on Blu-ray. I'm pretty sure I have a goal to upgrade to Blu-rays. If I could ever replace the season sets to have a good proper upgrade for the Blu-rays, because why not? One of these days, I will go on Amazon and replace the season sets with the Blu-rays on there. Or not, I'll just keep this because I thought this is a nice DVD, a set of this as well. However, there is also another edition of the Incredible Hulk pilot on DVD, but I think it's only on a flipper disc on there, particularly, which includes the Married episode, which I don't have that one, but one of these days I will pick it up eventually at one point, just for the collection entirety of it as well. However, there were versions of this on VHS by MCA Home Video, as well as MCA Universal Home Video, especially for the pilot episode of the 1977 Incredible Hulk 2-hour movie, which I'm thinking it's also available on the VHS on there. However, it was also available on the old 1999 VHS from Columbia House, which I think this has some incidental music that were included on the TV version of the Incredible Hulk pilot, of how it's like a condensed version on there. However, there were most of these as well. However, there's also the German DVD release of the Incredible Hulk complete first season, which I think this also includes the rare 35mm feature-length version of the Incredible Hulk pilot included on here, which I'm thinking you can find it in those German DVD releases on here, if I'm not mistaken, though. Even though I've already done a review on the Incredible Hulk pilot once, and I did a redo review of it twice a while back. However, this also includes Death in the Family, also known as The Return of the Incredible Hulk, Not to be confused with the 1988 Incredible Hulk TV movie, Incredible Hulk Returns. No, that's not what I'm referring to. No, I'm referring to the episode, the pilot, 2-hour pilot movie, which guest features Gerald McRaney in that one as well. Which I'm thinking that would be in the first season of the Incredible Hulk series on here, in case you're wondering. Overall, the Incredible Hulk pilot, I think it's also available in those, like, Super 8mm German releases on there. If I'm not, as well as those Universal 8 films on these millimeter release ones as well, which I never knew it, because, however, it was released in Europe under the name as The Incredible Hulk the Movie, which is basically when it was first aired outside of the US, when it was released as a movie in, I believe it was, which goes to Australia and as well as Europe also. Like, especially like these Italian movie posters, those Italian movie pulp posters for The Incredible Hulk, the pilot movie version, which when it was released outside of the US, when it was first brought over to Europe as well. Despite that, of how it's been, particularly of how I wanted to come across for this as well, accordingly. And this is how I got into my case, though, as well. Overall, because I have been rewatched the pilot episode many, many times as well. I mean, it has its moments, because overall, a greatest 2-hour pilot film. And this was also originally aired as like a 2-part episode version of the pilot episode when it was first aired on television. Because they always put like these to be continued, and then the preview for part 2 of the pilot episode when it was going to be aired on television, when it was originally aired on television, for example, like MeTV, as well as El Rey Network and Sci-Fi Channel as well, if I'm not mistaken as well. Which, for some reason, it was never added as a bonus on the bonus features, like, for some odd reason as well. However, it was never included in these subsequential releases as well, according to the fact of how I can come by on this as well. Yeah. And finally, to some cartoons on here. This one here I got on DVD, and this is the one that I recently got at a when I was at the library book sale. Sorry, I was a little tired. This one here I got on DVD, and that is Samurai Jack. This is the premiere movie one. This is actually like a 70-minute pilot movie which launched the series when it was first originally aired on Cartoon Network, which was back in the day as well. I mean, what can I say particularly? This is created by Genndy Tartakovsky. Yeah, Genndy Tartakovsky. Yeah, if I'm pronouncing his name right. Yeah, he recently worked on Dexter's Laboratory. That's why. For overall, Samurai Jack, however, also got the pilot movie one on DVD. I think this also included a 22-minute bonus episode on this DVD as well. And there's a lot more on this DVD-based content, like you could see from there as well. Yeah, this is in a snapper case on here. There's only 6 chapters for this particular DVD, like Samurai Jack as well. Yeah, in case you're wondering as well. Samurai Jack also did got a complete series set on Blu-ray, if I'm getting the word for this as well. Because this explains of how I wanted to come by for that as well. accordingly as how I can realize over the fact as well. Excuse me, I was a little tired. For overall, great movie series on here. But I didn't know this has a bonus episode. Wow. Interesting fact as well. Because I really wanted to come by for this as well. Just in case you're wondering why, that's how I come across for this. Because I have been doing these kinds of this likewise as well. So, finally, to the anime I have right here, and that is Sword of the Stranger. This is the one that I have right here on DVD as well. This is only like $1 when I got this at a library book sale. Yeah, this is a former library copy, by the way. However, this particularly has got the original pilot film also on the DVD extras. I never knew it has gotten a pilot film on there. Unlike most pilot films in television series and cartoons in general, there's also... anime had some pilot films on here, which I think some of them may be available on the DVDs on here, if I'm not mistaken as well, because I never knew that this DVD of Sword of the Stranger has the pilot film. Interesting, hasn't it? Speaking of which, this has particularly of how I wanted to come by on this. Then again, this also has the cast interviews, and this has commercials and trailers on here also. Excuse me. This was directed by Masahiro Ando, and the script was done by Fumihiko Takayama. And the English dubs in association with Ocean Productions that worked on a countless numbers amount on anime they recently worked on in the past as well. Here. Oh, those are my stuff from... I got it from Right Stuff on there. I'm going to take those out in just a moment. Here's the disc. Yeah, you could tell it's a former library copy as well. Because I never knew about this particularly. That this was how I wanted to come by for that as well. Excuse me. This one also did got a Blu Ray release from available also from Bandai Entertainment, which I never knew it has got an official Blu Ray release. Pretty neat though, as from what I understand for the fact as how I wanted to come by for this as well. And for some of this obvious thing as well, because I had to buy this on DVD because it's every time I got this, my anime collection's starting to grow though. Like, unlike most of the anime DVDs right here. Like, you see, I have too many of them because... However, I do have another shelf, which is right behind me, this little white bookcase one. There's some more space for some more anime DVDs, just in case if you have problems with lack of shelf space as well. However, all good recent purchase that I got back in 2016, in case you're wondering as well, from what I understand, for the fact as well. Well, this has gotten to my case, though, as from what I understand why, of how I really wanted to come across for this as well, as how I can come by for that, to the whole point of this as well, of how I wanted to do more videos like these as well, and I've always wanted to start getting into Blu-rays as well as DVDs as well. Same goes with some newer ones like the VCDs as well, because I have a feeling I've wanted to do something different as well, accordingly as well. Yeah, because once January comes, I'm gonna do probably I believe the 2000 2023 edition of my DVD and Blu Ray Collection library video series, particularly because I have gotten more ideas just to get you considered how I cater up on all this as well. Yeah, from what I think of it as well. Because I have been buying DVDs and Blu-rays likewise as well. Yeah, I have wanted to come for a thing as well, accordingly as well. Well, there are many obvious to the thing as well. Yeah, that's how I wanted to come, considering it, particularly of what I'm saying about as well. Particularly of how I wanted to do this as well. And yeah, that's how I wanted to do more of these videos, because I have a feel as how I really want to come across for this as well. Yeah. As far as this goes, I have been doing my first brand new DVD update where I got two DVDs I got from libraries, and the other two I got are ordered from Amazon as well, from what I remembered. Because next I should be covering it with Blu-rays and DVDs, including the unboxing, because we have never done these kinds of those, like especially the newer editions that were going to be added to the collection, as how I realized for a fact for this, as from what I'm saying about as well. Yep, because I have wanted to come by for that as well, accordingly, as how I believe how I've realized as well. Sorry. Because I have been going to the favors of this as well, and this explains how it's gotten to a point where I felt that I've gotten a lot of courtesies of how I've gotten more videos that I've gotten planned as well. And yet, this explains how I want to do these kinds of videos as well. Yep. And for the whole point of it, as for what I understand why as well. Yeah, because I'm always wanted to start getting into the whole maintaining my physical media collection, though, which we will get to in some other time as well. Well, we'll talk about that another time as well. Well, this is the first time I wanted to cover something under these titles on here. Especially these on here, on those pilot films on here. I have something under television series, there's some under cartoons, but there's ones on anime, which I never knew. There's most pilot films and anime on DVDs on there. There's a whole bunch of them out there, particularly just to be really getting a little curious about this as well. I have never really known about this. I mean, I'm just curious, though, particularly of how I can come by on how I wanted to come across to cover something different for a day. Yeah, that's the thing of you could realize of how I can come for that as well. So that's going to be it for my video here for today, you guys. Thank you for watching, but before we go, here's what I'm saying for this video. This is the first time I wanted to do another video like this as well, because I have recently wanted to come by for how I wanted to cover some acquisitions on pilot films and television series. Same goes with the cartoons. There's some anime on pilot films on there. Yeah, because I wanted to do this just to get things covered up for my whereabout as well. Yeah, were there many obvious on here, particularly before they put those pilot films on season sets? There were some standard standalone DVDs, but I know there's some on VHSs on here. Same goes with complete series with like putting a pilot movie. I believe in one of those like series sets on Blu-rays, like most specifically the complete series of the Incredible Hulk series on here, which has the pilot episode on here. I'm thinking that's also available in the Blu-ray release as well. If I forgot to mention, that's why. Hope subscribe for content. My anime pilot link in the description down below. Sure. Patreon link in the description down below. Smack the like button if you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Just let me know what do you think, what do you like as well. And also be sure to click on the subscribe button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, RuRoniK95. Feel free to join my channel, especially if you're new to my channel as a newcomer, because especially if you've ever been watching the channel, because I'm starting getting into the anime DVD haul videos, as well as particularly my manga haul videos, manga reading logs, manga reviews on here. And also, I'm starting getting into the Blu-rays and DVDs. Especially the ones I get our order from for imports from Italy as well as the United Kingdom, especially on some DVD imports as well. Because I'm always start getting into the imports on DVDs as well. And also some VCDs of anime as well, because I have been thinking about the whole behind where I can explain about video CDs or VCDs at this point, because I wanted to do something new. That's why. Hope subscribe for content as well for more, and if you check as well, smack the notifications bell button. Be sure to get notified also as well for more latest updates, just to keep you noted, to keep you updated as well, and just to check for more new things as well, if you like as well. And that's all what I got for this video. Well, this is the first time I wanted to do a video like this as well, because, well, I have been doing most of these as well, particularly of how I have been doing lots of these videos as well, for a whole thing of that as well. This is RuRoniK95 saying thank you for watching my video, and I'm glad you liked it. Hope you enjoy it. Hope to see you soon for the next video. Hope you have a great day. This is RuRoniK95 signing off, and thank you for watching my video, and I will see you soon for more videos. Take care.